Hello and happy Halloween, and welcome chargers to the second broadcast of this year. I'm Emily Wilson.
And I'm Kelsey Harper.
Recently, the broadcasting team got a huge upgrade to our studios. Here's Landon Harvey telling us about all the new changes.
4 years ago, PC Broadcasting was established, and with it we acquired a studio. Initially, the studio was just a storage closet and we didn't have much space. However, we made it work and improved it as best we could. This school year, PC Broadcasting received a new opportunity. A teacher moved to the middle school, leaving their classroom vacant. After a few discussions with Mr. Kokenauer, we were able to move out of the storage closet into a classroom to create a new studio. This relocation provided us with a substantial amount of additional space, enabling us to establish multiple filming areas. Now we no longer have to tear everything down when we need to film with a certain table or use different equipment. With our new studio, we hope that we can make better broadcasts for you. This has been Landon Harvey with PC Broadcasting. Now back to Emily and Kelsey in the studio.
These new changes will definitely help our team with making more and better quality videos for our viewers. If you have noticed online, the school has posted photos of staff appreciation. We have Regina Martin interviewing in this week's staff spotlight.
Hello, my name is Regina Martin, and I'm here with
Mischler.
Can you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Well, I teach English and Spanish, and English as a second language, which keeps changing names, but that's what I teach. And I've been teaching for a really long time. I'm about ready to retire.
Oh, that's awesome. I heard that you do a thing called Food Fridays. Can you explain what that is?
Okay, so last year, actually 2 years ago, when I was teaching Spanish, I found that the students hadn't had a lot of the food that we were talking about in the Spanish curriculum. And so I thought, what a great way to learn about it. We'll just bring it in and eat it. So there's some wonderful Mexican grocery stores all across Evansville, and we would have something different every Friday. And even though I have English classes mostly this year, we keep their tradition going. So we actually had some food from Belgium and Greece so far this year.
That's awesome. That sounds really good. What is your schedule like here at the school?
This year, it's really crazy. So some days I'm in 4 different schools, but usually it's just Petersburg and the high school. And some days I'm also over at the middle school. So it just depends on what day it is and who needs help.
That's very busy. What do you like best about Pike Central?
It's real. I think that when I first started here, I stood out in the hallway and saw how everyone talked to each other and how everyone knew each other. And the teachers make me laugh. I laugh every day at lunch. I go home happy. I love Pike Central.
Do you prefer teaching English or Spanish, and why?
Well, Spanish is easier because there's not as much grading. Students can't write papers yet because they don't know enough Spanish to write really long papers. And that means I don't have to I don't have to grade all the long papers. But they're both nice. I would say though Spanish is an easier thing to teach.
Okay, so now we're going to move on to our Halloween segment and our questions. What is your favorite Halloween memory?
Okay, so I do, as a Spanish teacher, Day of the Dead, more so than Halloween. So I have more Day of the Dead memories. Let me think of, can I tell you a Day of the Dead memory?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Okay, so when I went to school in Mexico, I spent the night in a cemetery, not like a sleepover, like everybody just stayed up all night at the cemetery. That's where they celebrated Day of the Dead. And the family I was with, they decorated the tombstone of someone, I think it was a grandparent in the cemetery. And they had carnival rides and cotton candy all night long. And it was a party and the church was open. And we went in the church and a dog came in and he walked in the front doors of the church and he walked down the aisle and he sat down like he was praying, and then he got and walked up and walked down the other side. And that was the coolest memory ever of Day of the Dead. The dog said a prayer.
That's awesome. What is your favorite Halloween candy to give out?
Anything that's not chocolate. because I want to keep the chocolate myself.
Hey, that's perfectly valid. That is perfectly valid. Thank you for participating in our Halloween segment. Now, would you mind showcasing some students for Spanish?
Sure. You want to go to the middle school with me?
Yeah, sounds good. We'll meet you there.
And we are now in the middle school in Miss Meyer's room, and I am here with
Isaiah McGuire, Brooke Humphrey, Lily Gabija, Missy Hill, and Jenny Baker.
and Miss Mischler.
Okay, guys, we're going to do that rhyme that we have been working on. So nice and loud. Everybody in their places. Nice and loud. Make sure you're doing the motions on the count of 3 in Spanish. Uno, dos, tres. Izquierda, derecha, delante, detrás. Cerca y lejos y algo más. Abajo, arriba, enfrente, encima. Y ahora, muchachos, se acaba la rima.
And that includes our segment with Miss Mischler. Now back to Emily Wilson and Kelsey Harper.
Halloween is a big holiday here in the States. Some haven't noticed the big differences on what the United States does and other countries for Halloween. We have Gabby talking about the differences that she has noticed about Halloween traditions here in the US and back home in Denmark.
In the United States, Halloween is celebrated on October 31st. In Denmark, we have a similar tradition called Fastelavn, which takes place in February, 7 weeks before Easter. Both holidays include costumes and candy, but they're different in many ways. Fastelavn is a small celebration and it's mostly for children, and it usually takes place at schools or in local communities. Children dress up, play games, and get candy. And there are not many decorations. It's a light and simple tradition. Halloween in the United States is much bigger. People of all ages take part, not just children. Many families decorate their houses, neighborhoods celebrate together, and people go trick-or-treating or go to Halloween events. There are also parties, themed costumes, and activities like haunted houses and pumpkin carving. Even though both holidays involve dressing up, Fastelavn feels more like a small local tradition, while Halloween is a full seasonal event. Living in the United States has made it interesting to see how much effort people put into Halloween and how important it is in American culture. I'm Gabija with PC Broadcasting. Back to Emily and Kelsey in the studio.
Halloween is known for scary things. Sometimes we see videos about Halloween online that might seem real to us, but are actually made by AI. AI has played a big role in today's society and in the learning environment. It can be good and it can be bad. We have Marie Daniel talking and interviewing people about their standpoints on AI.
I'm Ray Daniel, and you're tuning into PC Broadcasting. Today, we'll explore the world of artificial intelligence in education. The use of artificial intelligence in schools has been on an upswing, with 85% of teachers and 86% of students using AI to assist their work, according to ED&C, an organization providing data, research, news, and analysis on education to help improve public schools. The benefits, the imperfections, and everything in between. We'll hear from students as they each offer their own unique perspective on a topic that not only influences our school, but also impacts the world. Join us for an engaging discussion that will delve into the future of how we work, learn, and grow. I have with me Senior Heidi Woodford. Heidi, would you like to say hi?
Hey guys.
And today we're talking about AI usage in schools. So, have you done your college applications yet?
I have. I didn't go through the normal application process like the college apps that every senior typically goes through. But I applied to University of Evansville through their version of their application because I was really wanting to go there. So I only applied, typically one, but I wrote a couple essays for different scholarships too.
All right. And with those essays, did you use any AI to help fix them up, the grammar, the writing, anything at all?
Yeah, I did. I plugged in like ChatGPT or what's it called, Grammarly, and it kind of gave me pointers on how to fix my grammar or how to add more things into there to make it sound more professional and just to be a better applicant for them instead of just putting it in there to get it changed over. I put it in there to fix it myself.
And in schools, we see a lot of essays as a
Yes.
senior.
Mm-hmm.
So, would you say that using it like that would be a reasonable way for schools to use AI?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like there's nothing wrong with getting a little help. It's like having your own personal tutor or a teacher. As long as you're using it the right way, I feel like it's very beneficial for students.
And do you think that we should allow this in school, to check it through ChatGPT and Grammarly, knowing that there's a possible chance that other students could be abusing this to write their essays?
Good question. I feel like everyone kind of has their moral compass, their moral code, and you can't really tell students the right from the wrong, because if you disallow it from the school, there's a good chance they're just going to go home and like refix it. So I feel that allowing them to make their own choice on what they believe is right and wrong, there's nothing wrong with that, because they're going to do it anyway.
With me, I have sophomore Braylon Inman. So Braylon, you're a sophomore now, so this is your second year of high school, doing high school coursework. Have you used a lot of AI?
Yes, a lot of AI, yes.
Okay, what classes do you use it for?
Mrs. Bonner's sophomore class, English 10, we use a lot of it recently for writing poem prompts and essays. It gives a vivid description of what to do and how to fix it. It doesn't give you the answer how to do it, but it shows like what your grammar needs to be fixed and like what you're excessively doing over and over and over, not to do and what to do. So
I think I'm a senior now, so I've kind of gotten to this point where I've seen AI usage more, and teachers are trying to incorporate it so that students can learn how to like use it correctly instead of abusing it.
Right, yes.
I think we're finally getting to that point. So throughout your high school career, I want to assume that you're probably going to be using AI.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I feel like a lot of teachers are starting to use it because they are finding ways to use it to their advantage and not give the answer out to kids, but find ways to help us and show examples instead of giving the answer.
So do you like the use of AI?
Yes, very much so. Not for cheating wise, but because I don't do that. Yes, it really helps, I'm not gonna lie, because sometimes it shows a step-by-step what to do. If there isn't a teacher or a staff to help you, there's always AI to help you, and it shows what to do and how to do it, and I think it helps very much so.
So I think that people nowadays use AI constantly. Do you ever think that you could get to a point where you wouldn't use AI for help, you wouldn't need it at all?
Yes and no at sometimes. No, because sometimes things don't need AI, because it just really doesn't need AI. AI is only meant for certain things, in my opinion. And yes, I would be using AI because some things are just not there in the brain to sit there and fully understand. For like a teacher, sometimes you need AI to give it like a different example or something.
Yeah, thank you for your time. That's all the questions I have for you.
I appreciate it.
Artificial intelligence is not a negative thing, as we have heard from our students here at Pike Central. The growing use of AI is now necessary to the education that is provided by the school systems. But, as always, each individual should decide for themselves whether we trust our writing and our ability to think to a computer. I'm Regina with PC Broadcasting. Back to Emily Wilson and Kelsey Harper.
We recently had the opportunity to watch some of our Charger women competing in a powderpuff football game. Going from freshmen to seniors, those teams battle it out against each other in a bracket style. We have Illy McGillum interviewing some of our girls on the powderpuff teams.
A few weeks ago, the girls took to the football field for the annual powderpuff game. Powderpuff gives our girls here at Pike Central a chance to not only show their Charger pride, but also a chance to display their football skills. Usually, this game takes place the Wednesday of homecoming, but due to inclement weather this year, it had to be pushed back. Though the juniors only had 9 players, they still were able to come out on top with a win. Here I am interviewing junior Kylie Meyer at halftime, right before they took the win over the seniors.
How many years have you been playing powderpuff?
This is my 3rd year. Yeah.
Do you think that you have a chance to win the championship this year?
Absolutely. We only have 8 girls, but we have been working very well together, and going against the sophomores helped us realize that.
The seniors played hard, but they still weren't able to finish with the win. Congratulations to the juniors on a hard-fought battle. Back to Kelsey and Emily.
The month of October has been fun for all of us. Stay safe tonight if you plan on going trick-or-treating or just hanging out with your friends. You know, as the clock hits midnight tonight, I will be getting my Christmas decorations out. I'm Emily Wilson.
And I'm Kelsey Harper.
And we will see you next time.